behind. Hey, the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. Crank it up.
And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, PTM Racing TV, where we're live here now with Battle Motor Racing League and the PTM Dirt Series as they take on the short track mayhem of Lima Motorsports Park. I got to run on Christian the Crusader driver, and welcome back to the show as always as we get ready for tonight's action-packed adventure here. We're going to start up with our 3 heats we have in store for you. On the pole to start this one out, it'll be Joshua Godinez in heat number 1. It is outside, it'll be Eric Yegan, the 51. Row number 2, it's going to be Ken Crawford in the 12, and it heads outside. Double zeros, Derek Pope. The final star sees last week's feature winner, Brian Stang, in the number 2. Heat number 1 into the gridding order here as they get ready to fire them off the corners and in the turns. We'll set this one in and set the tone for the rest of this race. Looks to be a hot, heated battle here tonight. Which of these drivers will make the save? It will make the win here. That will be the discussion here. We get ready to go at it here as they come up around out of turn 4 to the green flag. We go. We're underway. Bringing them around out of turn 2. We go. Here it is. The 51 of MR Customs. Eric G. Game with the early lead as he swings it straight to the bottom. Holds off some serious runs off the corner. Brian Stang with a little bit of problems down there and then a little bit of a bumping situation. Godinez up top as well as they throw him out a little bit. 2 cars involved in this one now. That will send off the caution. Whoa! Okay, well, you wanted another look at that. Well, there you go. That's definitely 2 cars involved there. Good lord. Take a look at Brian Stang here on the restart here. We'll take a look at this one, see just how hard he was getting that one going there. Unfortunately, kind of falling into that trouble land there. You can just see right here. He's already trying to drive it in a little bit of a 3 wide salute off the corner. Tries to make the run immediately. Ken Crawford right there with him. Makes a good run on the bottom. That's where most drivers will aim at to start. But ends up getting a little tag there, unfortunately, on him. And then it was Godinez's turn. Drives up slightly too much. Derek Pope gets a little bump and run. And off they go into the yellow flag zone. And then you saw that little hit noggin knocker that they took there at the very end of that. Field will work their way around. Get this one settled back down. We're already ready to get back to the action here as they lead them off the charge. Looking for the green flag to pop back on out. As they go back to the green, we're back underway. A few more laps here to need still to be completed. Heat number 1 out of the gate. Gann with Stang. Going to be right up there with each other once more. Derek Pope, though, on the outside line. Looks like he's going to try to move them off corner entry. They're trying to save the bottom up a little more. We're trying to burn up the outside more and see what they can get out of it. There's 2 lines to hit around Lima Land with the right kind of drivers. It could be a good shootout. You have strong situations, though, and it could be a bump and bang situation. But again, these drivers very well executed and sophisticated for their rookie season. Now, some of them, as we bring out to the white flag, some of these guys do not have nearly as much experience as others. But right now, I would say Gann may have made a little mistake there in that corner. You saw the tires kind of jamming right on. He's having all sorts of problems getting it to steer off, and Derek Pope will make him pay for it on the outside to the checkers. Again, had the win there, but unfortunately turn 2 and 4 get the better of him this time. What a situation, what a tough break there for him. That will send him into the row 2 spot instead of row 1. Their final results popping up here, presented by PTM Racing TV. It's Derek Pope winning this one. Second goes to Eric G. again. Third to Brian Stang. Fourth to Ken Crawford. And fifth, Joshua Godinez. The runner-up last season in the championship race, Godinez. He's going to have a little bit of work to do down there, but as we get ready for heat number 2, this is coming onto the scoreboard here. It is Davin Markham, the 43 KMO machine is outside. That will be Dustin Sonaker, the 66. Run number 2, it's going to be Chad Lancaster in the 02, and then it is outside. That will be AJ Hall in the number 9. Your final star sees the Crusader Shriver in the 14, rounding out the back of the pack. Field will march their way around, get things settled up, rack and stack and all that, and put this one back on the attack. Apparently producers around here forgot that we're trying to broadcast a show right now, guys. I do not need any interruptions from Microsoft, thank you. Okay, I think we got that fixed up. Green flag, green out, we're going again. Right out of the start here, Sonaker driving it up high, trying to see if he can make it stick up there. A little bit of a corner off there for Chad Lancaster. Lancaster having a little bit of problems down there. Holds up well on the bottom. There's Crusader already up 2 spots. He's just slamming it on the bottom. He don't care what he's doing. He just wants it. Give and take, I guess you could say around here. That's how you run Lima Land. Moving the way off right now. Davin Markham with a serious race lead and a half here. AJ Hall trying to catch up a little bit, as well as Chad Lancaster. Lancaster running the extreme outside. AJ Hall doing much of the same. The field spreading out just a little bit. Lancaster getting a little bit more run on the top side, while the bottom seems to be where Shriver likes to hide out. Oh, does he now? He's going up to the outside. The Crusader now seeing what Lancaster's up to and what Markham's up to. I think he's going to try to make this one stick a little bit. Oh, Lancaster into the wall protection he goes. Big trouble there for the 02. And the fish is out of the frying pan and into the sewer. He gets sent off into the wall, and that is a tough break there for him. Lancaster just overdrove it too much and just couldn't get it to stick. That's the problem you run on the outside here, is it gets very tricky up there. You can see that big black tarmac down there. That's not asphalt. That's literally the rubber and the dirt mixed in together. All that rubber is burnt off from the track and burnt in from the drivers, so they have to be very careful about that and be very aware of what they're doing. Markham going to the bottom, maybe trying to see if he's got a little bit of a different lineup there as the onboard camera shows the Crusader. Not exactly waiting around for him. He's catching up to him a bit here. He actually just got a full second on him there as the white flag flies. Markham driving the extreme bottom. I don't know if that's a smart move, especially when you got a 14 coming at you here. Markham right down the bottom, and looks like Shriver will try to join him. I think he was going for the slider, won't connect, and it'll now be Markham's there going into the heat, into the A main. Good showing there from the drivers. AJ Hall, Dustin Sonaker coming across. Chad Lancaster, the damage bad on that thing. He's got a little bit of work to do. I think he'll be just fine though when he gets it all fixed up and ready to go. Definitely a talented driver. He just needs that little break, if you will, around here. On to the PTM TV results now for heat number 2. Markham wins it. Crusader finished the second. Third to AJ Hall. Fourth to Dustin Sonaker. Fifth, Chad Lancaster. Rounding out the field there for heat number 2. It's time for your final heat of the night. And then it's off to the A main event. 50 laps to the distance. We're going to see Chantel, the throttle bottle in the 5 on the lead. Here to start this one off, or outside, the 84 Spy Plus, Matthew Hoffer. Row 2 is Aaron Clark with 19, Superman Autism Awareness Speaks, and then the final starter sees New Holland 69 of Nick Kern. We're getting ready to go racing here once more, ladies and gentlemen. Great to have you all packed in here, racks stacked and all that, and on the attack. It's great to see the field. Great to see the drivers, great to see our friends and family tuning on in with us. We certainly hope we are going to bring you a show here, and we certainly hope you enjoy this one. So far, it has been pretty good, all things considered here. Lima Land is not a track you can play fiddle and host to. You gotta be very, very careful about running this place in. This track will tear you up quicker than you know it as we bring to the green flag. We're on a roll. Off into the distance here, a little bump and bang, and Nick Kern trying to already make some moves around. Matthew Hodford getting a little bit in there between the drivers. Kind of bashing a little bit. Chantel Bottle got a little bit of that as well as they hit a 3 wide salute. Aaron Clark up in the middle. He plays meat to the sandwich and decides, no, we're not done yet. Oh, Chantel's the 3 wide, but comes down, unfortunately, into offer caution. Whoa! And Matthew Hoffert gets the worst end of the stick here. The car is stuck inside that little tire area and the pole, and he's trying to get out of there. Let's have a look at that one, see what happened here. We're going to come off the corner here. I told you before, and I'll say it again, this track, extremely slow, very bumpy. It's very slick and very bumpy, I say. You have to be a little slower out there, and you can just see that whole rear end just split out from underneath of Chantel. Might have overdrove it slightly, and Hoffert gets the worst end of this one. That will have to bring our field back around. Drivers already ready to go back out of here. To the green flag we go. We're off and running again. A little bit of trouble there for Aaron Clark. As you see him having all sorts of internet bugs rinsing him out there. Those glitch graphic gremlins coming back in a hard way there for Clark as they go off the outside line. Nick Kern making a charge off the New Holland 69. Moves it on ahead, making a little bit of a run up there. Looks like he has the advantage. He'll have the race late here with only the white flag to fly next time by. Clark, Pottle, right behind him. Hoffert out of this one, and that's a start in the back for the A main due to that little situation with the corner post in the turning area. Nick Kern looks like it's all but his here in Heat 3. Starts in the heat number. He'll start in row 2 on the inside and go at it with Eric Gann on his outside. And Aaron Clark and Chantel Bottle rounding out your field for Heat number 3. A main event coming your way in just a minute, but first, let's take a look at Heat 3's results here now, popping up on your screen. Presented by PTM Race TV, Nick Kern will win Heat 3. Second goes to Aaron Clark, third to Chantel Pottle, and fourth to Matthew Hoffert. Down 6 laps due to the issue that plagued him in the run there. So we will now bring this one ready to go and back onto the track here. We're going to go ahead and cut to a somewhat commercial break, if you will, I guess you can say. Gonna mainly get kind of ready to go for this next main event here. We're currently just getting settled up here. Drivers are getting ready to go. Just had to adjust the stream settings, make sure we're ready to go, and set up on that end. And now, race fans, it's that time of day again. This is what you came to see. This is what you want to see. Here we go. Let's start them up on the pole for your A main event. It will be Derek Pope, the 00 to his outside. That will be Davin Markham in the 43. Row number 2 is going to be Nick Kern in the 69. It is outside the 51 of Eric G. Gann. Row number 3 is going to be the Crusader Shriver in the 14. Is outside Aaron Clark and the 19. Row number 4, it's going to be Brian Stang in the 2. It is outside AJ Hall, the number 9. Row number 5 is going to be Kenneth Crawford in the 12, and then his outside will be Matthew Hoffert in the 84. Your next row will then see the 66 of Dustin Sonaker with Chad Lancaster in that 02, Joshua Godinez then in the 74, and then Chantel Bottle having to serve a penalty for her wrecking in the heat. Race fans, a main event here on the show. 1 lap around, 1 to go, and you can see already we're going to have a few extra bonus laps. This race was broadcasted last night. So race was done last night, so we're broadcasting it here and now. So just be aware of that as we get ready for tonight's action to settle them up out of turn 4 to the green flag. We go. We're underway at Lima Land. Oh, right out of the gate, the 14, a little bit impatient and goes straight to the bottom. Already want to make a run on these guys here as they come off the corners. Firing them back in right down in the middle section here. Nick Kern has a little bit of a run there in the 69 as the field works their way off. In the back of the pack, Joshua Godinez now working the Construction Boy 74 machine around the top side, looking to try to get a run early out there and trying to see what he can do with it. Ken Crawford here also making only a second race in this show and in this series. It's good to see him really starting to get full advantage of it and take full regards on it. But right now the battle is up for the race lead. Derek Pope, the 00 going at it right now with Markham. Davin Markham and the number 43 right now doing everything he can to hold him off, trying to fight him on down. 3 wide, so they come off of turn 4. That's what you get when you're running a track this small and this size and stature. You can get a lot of that kind of racing. Oh, but there's a big pile up right behind him. Walk out. Aaron Clark, the number 19, looks like he went end over end, and in big trouble there for him. We'll send it off to the caution and into the PT Mr. replay. Let's take a look at this one. We had our cameras just barely off that, but it looks like we do have another set of cameras out there. Clark was running the extreme outside line, and there's one thing I didn't mention to you. Turn 2, it's a bit of a nightmare up there when you come off that exit, and you just saw why that is. AJ Hall giving a big lick to the 19, unfortunately. That's a tough break there for him. That will slow down the pace just a little bit here as the field works their way back around, getting ready to go at it once more. Pace truck getting ready to get these guys fielded back into position here. One more lap around, it appears. Drivers are not quite ready to go yet. You can see right there, Davin Markham already pretty much taking full advantage and feeling like he's making up for lost ground and time he had last time out at Bristol Dirt. Derek Pope still searching for his second career championship. He's looking for his first win of the season as well. He got that back. He got that back 2 seasons ago. He's told me earlier he would love to reclaim that glory and get another one. The Crusaders driver though said to me as well, all I want to do is get that one win in already, as they got little problems down there. Chantel Bottle spinning it out, a little problem down there, and that will bring out a caution. You may have noticed as well the 14 when he was coming around that corner, he actually had to back off his corner and back off the turn. You may see it on the replay here. Whoa! Chad Lancaster just gave a big bump to the 5. That's where that hole started. But you can see those tires down there. You got to watch very carefully for those tonight, folks. If you see a driver go below the tires, that means immediately they will have to serve a penalty in the next race, or they will have to do something about that in the next event. Whether it can be points locked or whether it's an EOL, it all depends on how severe and where was it at in the moment of the action. So be sure when you're watching this here tonight, you catch some of that as well, because again, these drivers, they may be fast and furious, but they will find ways to execute and try to win when they can. What's that old phrase they said down in NASCAR? If you're winning, you're probably cheating, or if you ain't cheating, you're not winning. Something like that. I don't know. But granted, there really is no way to cheat around these tracks, around this place. Of course, this place will just eat you alive if you even think about trying to do something crazy. Matthew Floyd coming on board saying go Puddles, and Landon Crazy and McGlynn saying good bump. Yeah, that's the old bump and run around here, I'll tell you that much. Leading him off around out of turn 4 this time by. They pack, stack, and rack all the way to the attack zone. Green flag flies back on out, and we're underway again. Markham straight to the bottom here. Shriver and Pope go to the outside. Kern right in the middle of it all. And you can just see how tight turn 2 is starting to get up there. They've got to start watching those corners a little bit. It's a fight and a half right here. Oh, there again. Whoa. There again, got a serious little tag and a half there. He managed to stay out of trouble that one. They're leading him off the corners, every driver for themselves here. Still 3 wide saloon. Joshua Godinez on the very bottom of that one. He's trying to put some momentum down, put the pedal to the floorboards and to the metal, if you will. Moving it in. Chad Lancaster all over the place, having serious problems down there, trying to hold his line in. Field works their way around. Oh, there's a big pack stacked in the track there. Field having to get out of that mess. Looks like it is trouble city down there. Let's see, Derek Pope, Crusader Shriver, and Matthew Hofford all in that. And everyone's just all over the place here. I don't even know what's going on. Derek Pope has got a problem down there. The 00 is off throttle and something has gone wrong. Might have broke something in the suspension as the field works their way around. Davin Markham, huge lead on Brian Stang as they continue to pace this one in. Oh, but there's more trouble down there. We got a bigger problem on our hands. The caution flies. Chad Lancaster and Derek Pope coming to a sudden halt. Just about halfway done with this one, and the madness just continues on. Watch this. Lancaster, once again, more troubles in the wall. He gets Slonaker, and then Pope gets the worst end of that blunt. And I'm not talking about the blunt that you usually see Snoop Dogg kind of playing with. That's upon the point. So Field now has to work their way back around, get this one settled back in. I believe this time by, we're going back to the green here. Ooh, boy. Still a few laps left to go here, and this is going to be the next one around. Drivers preparing to lock horns once more. Back to the green we go, and we're back off and running. You can just see some drivers sticking to the bottom off the start, trying to get a run off, and then some going straight to the outside, trying to make it work up there. And you can see one of them being Eric Gann, yet again the reigning defending champion, trying to make a move off. He's got a whole lot of run coming up on the outside. Look at a pass on by Brian Stang. Stang had no idea he was even coming up on him. Huge momentum boost there. Look out down there. More trouble, more trouble, more trouble. Eric Clark, Dustin Slonaker crashed on in. We're going to a caution. Take a look at this one here and see what resulted that one. Why did that happen? And it looks like the 5 ends up getting into the 19, unfortunately. And I'm getting word right now she's going to have to go to the back to serve a penalty for that one. So the field will work their way back around once again. Looking to pace this one on down yet again here. Looking to get this one back off the green, back onto the grid here. Firing them off out of turn 4, back to the action. 18 left remaining in this one. It's all about who can survive and who can conquer here. These guys right now, the Limaland is tearing this place up. Joshua Godinez crashed in hard there on the back straightaway. A huge lick and a half. He gets it refired, but the car is all but totaled up for the night. Battle up front. 2 drivers battling for the race lead. Brian Stang and Davin Markov on Nick Kern and Crusader Shriver look to try to take him on. Eric Gann right on the bottom edge as well. No pain, no game, and definitely no giving up here and now. These drivers looking for it all and trying to hold them on. Straight off the bottom, Brian Stang seems to have a good run on the top side, but Markov, you can just see him finding that little grip, that little spot that hasn't been burned up too much. He's holding it down and holding her in. Not going to give up just yet here. He wants all of it and then some here. The lap's winding down, though. We're down to the final 14 to go. And that 14 of Shriver still trying to get something up there to pass on by. But you can just see he is tearing up some equipment out there. That 2 is just not, that turn 2, I should say, is just a pain in the butt to get around. While Markham being very conservative, considerate. I got to believe if he has to, he'll throw a slider, though. He's not one to not do it around here, I'll tell you that much. I've raced with this man plenty of times. He knows how to deliver the goods and put up a fight. Brian Stang there in the 2. He's one of the toughest cats out there, and honestly, in my opinion, probably one of the only guys that is very deserving of a season championship, other than maybe some of the other guys like Joshua Godinez and others, maybe like, of course, like another one for Pope or another one for Hofford as caution flies on out. We got problems down there for Lancaster. He smashes that car up into bits and pieces on the front end, and now he's going to have to clean that one up a little bit and figure out what the heck happened here. I told you, turn 2, literally there's just a little exit there that everyone enters on from the track. They get you in trouble, but there's also that little problem right there. Chantel Bottle getting right in there with a 0-2, and once again, I believe we're getting word she's going back to the outhouse, so that's twice now in this race she's had to go to the outhouse, and I guarantee you, that's got to be absolutely frustrating as a driver. We're just trying to figure out how the heck all this even started up in the first place. rolling off a wave of confidence from last race. These drivers right now not looking the same we saw them at. And I guess already they're going to go green. I was wondering where the pace truck was at. They're going green off the start. Stang. Well, he just sent it straight up on the top side. He's trying to build a lot of speed to get around Markham. The 69 going right in the middle of it. You can see Gann giving him plenty of room up there. Drivers work their way around here. The pack of the field trying to hold up in this well. Derek Pope and Kenneth Crawford gonna do it there. Big time trouble. Watch out. Big wreck. Big wreck. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This Lima Land right now is not being friendly whatsoever to these drivers. This is getting crazy. This is getting bad, guys. A lot of sheet metal and tore up equipment. Thankfully, these drivers have 1 week off from this race, and I think right about now they might need it. Oh, man. Just couldn't get out of that mess, and everybody just got kind of stuck in there. So now, base truck actually this time showing its face here. We're going to bring it to a green-white checkered attempt. This has definitely not been the race that a lot of these drivers were expecting, especially coming off of the huge battles we saw back at Bristol Dirt Track last time out. This has been more of a just hope for the best and survive the Derby kind of running. And now, with this one coming closer and closer to the end, which one of these drivers will win it out here? We send it back to the green flag, and we're off and running. It's a green-white checkered attempt. Nick Kern gave a little bit of a bump there to Brian Stang off of turn 2. He'll have a little run off there. 3 wide salute as Gann, Kern, and Shriver hang in there. Markham up on the outside line, trying to make a big run off. White flag this time by. Depending on how you look at it now, these fields are going to get into a bit of crazy territory. The 14 smashing the wall around as you see others trying to stabilize them down. Right into the tire goes the 2 of Stang. Sneaks his way off the corner, and Markham just barely holds him off by 13/100ths of a second. Davin Markham wins round 2 at Lima Land Motorsports Park. What a finish. Stang just getting it underneath the tire. Looked like he was going for the move and going for the pass, but it just did not click. In this case tonight, Davin Markham will be your race winner. And I gotta believe for him right now, this one means a lot because now he can get one step closer in the points race to possibly having something to say later over that. His first time out, his second time out only on PTM Racing TV for the league, for the Pedal Metal Racing League. And he puts up a number and puts up a valiant fight to the end. Your top 5 right now being pulled up on your screen. We'll go ahead and show our third place and second and third place finishers here now. As our field works their way back around third place, we'll end up going to the Crusader actually in the 14. He'll walk away third with this one. Coming away second place will be, of course, Brian Stang in the number 2. So now that is 2 races in a row. He's had consistent finishes, averaging about second in both of them. And Davin Markham winning it all here in this big one. This was a major race for him, I gotta believe, to get that points lead back for grabs. I think it's only about a 1 or 2 point lead separating these drivers out, and it certainly shows here from how hard they wanted to race and how hard they raced here. Next time we see these drivers, it will be at Fairbury in 2 weeks. We'll have the next week off, but right now here's your final results popping up on your screen. Davin Markham wins it. Second goes to Brian Stang. Third to Crusader Shriver. Fourth to Nick Kern. Fifth to Matthew Hofford. 6th to Aaron Clark, 7th to Antel Pottle, 8th to AJ Hall, 9th to Derek Pope, 10th to Ken Crawford, 11th to Chan Lancaster, 12th to Dustin Sonaker, 13th to Joshua Godinez, and 14th to Eric Gann. The reigning champion falls victim to Lima Land. Race fans, that's all I have for you here tonight with Pedal Metal Racing League, but do not go anywhere. In just a half hour from now, we return with the Wolfpack Racing League Xfinity Series. They are down at Michigan International Speedway tonight, and they will have some serious runs and some serious hearts and prayers for others that they will be initiating there on the track. So be sure to check that out when the time comes. But for now, we'll see you then in just a moment. We'll see you here on the show. Be safe. God bless. Take care. I'll be back with you in just a few short minutes.